Okay, this is our first week of playing plus 3 days. I wanted to post this on Wednesday, but I couldn't for many reasons. So we are adding 3 days to the first week and doing this every Saturday. So in our first week, plus 3 days of playing, we got almost 1 million GP. We applied 2 Zetas, 2 Vader's Merciless Massacre, and 2 Emperor Palpatine's Leadership. We got 12 characters to 7 stars. We gear 13 Vader, and we gear 12 Tarkin and Emperor Palpatine, but we almost geared 3 more characters. We got no ships to 7 stars. In terms of arena performance, our main squad was composed of Emperor Palpatine as a leader, Darth Vader, Thrawn, Tarkin, and Dooku. Before we got Vader to relics, we got pretty mediocre rankings 9, 10, 10, 9, and 12. But once we got him to relics, we started getting first really consistently. The 2 and 6 rankings were because I wasn't able to play. In Fleet Arena, we got the Executrix as a capital ship, Houndstooth, Sunfuck, and Xanadu Blood, with Vulture Droid as a reinforcement and AG 2000. We have gotten pretty good rankings overall, but I still think Fleet is a little bit weak right now. I think our squad arena is really more solid than our fleet. So we might want to work on fleet ASAP. As a commentary in general for the week, this wasn't a really good starting week because the double drops were scattered and it was 2 days for each kind of energy, so we didn't get any Cantina energy spent until Wednesday, and that left us behind on Square Arena at the beginning of the week, only ranking for 250 crystals price. We also wasted a lot of energy on Kyrotex without thinking of which pieces we would need to gear 13 our primary characters. We got 600 Kyrotex. And we didn't finish our Geospy as soon as I wanted because I farmed Marauder for getting the spy, which led to a kind of weaker fleet, but it didn't affect that much our rankings for now. In terms of Squad Arena, 10 days after the Hyperdrive bundle discount and 17 days after the beginning of the chart, we can see that most people placing consistently in high ranks are either Hoard accounts or whales. We have a lot of relics, but some teams are able to handle them, even though the higher relics. We got a pretty collaborative chart Discord, so almost everybody is open to help and lower their teams so everybody can get the best rewards. And we have mainly like 2 or 3 Padmes, almost 8 Vader teams, and like 5 Kylo Ren masked. I mean, the Kylos and the Vaders are definitely going for a GL rush. And the Padmes, the Giant Revans, the Geos, the Shakti clones are probably just solidifying a squad before deciding on what to do. But in the meantime, we can beat almost everybody. I mean, everybody. Even while we have just one relic character. So we will probably just be left behind once the first assault KRs start popping. But by then we could either ask them to lower their squads, or we will be really soon to get Citadel Emperor. At this point in the chart, fleet isn't really that important. I mean, it's kind of a Wild West scenario where everybody is just doing the best they can. In as a rule of thumb, Houndstooth is really strong, and basically you can take rank 1 with the content of your hyperdrive bundle plus a Houndstooth, or a hyperdrive bundle plus some geared characters. I haven't worked on any characters of the hyperdrive bundle which have chips, so I'm just doing the best I can with Houndstooth and gearing the Geos in the meantime. But I've seen strong teams who have geared Ahsoka, for example, or Keiru, maybe Boba. But for now, we are getting the high ranks, and once we finish our geos, we will be able to sustain them for when we get our malevolence. In terms of energy planning, we have a crystal spending budget of about 1000 crystals a day from the 900 we get from the arenas, plus 100 and a little bit more we get from the daily activities. So that will be going to 3 fleet energy refreshes, 3 mod energy refreshes, 3 normal energy refreshes, 3 cantina energy refreshes, and that would be 750 crystals spent total. That will leave us with a remaining balance of a little over 250 crystals a day, to be spent mainly on 2 more energy refreshes, normal energy refreshes, for a total of 5 a day, or even to save up for gear or extra fleet or mod refreshes depending on the day. But mostly we will want to get 5 normal energy refreshes. Why? Because here at the right we have the requirements for Sith Eternal Emperor, and we have checked the ones that are really easy to get. So we have to farm the Cantina nodes and the hard nodes. That on the hard nodes we will be having Director Krennic, General Veers, and Admiral Piet, and the Imperial TIE Bomber. Plus, we will need to farm Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber for our Malevolence fleet. Considering the results of our last TV, we will be getting the amounts of Get 2 that are stated on the table. We will need that to unlock our Malevolence. We need 135 Malevolence shards to unlock it, because we will get 10 from the bonus calendar. That's 27 purchases at 1,350 Get 2. That will mean that we need 36,450 Get 2. That means that in the best case scenario, by March 1st TV, we will be getting Malevolence, meaning a little over 3 months. And in the worst case scenario, we will be having to wait until the second TV. By then, Vortus Droid will be at 7, and Hyena Bomber will be at 5.5 or something like that. So we will have no need to refresh him, because 5-star Hyena Bomber will do just fine that early on the chart. So if we start farming Krennic, Veers, Piet, Vulture's Raid, and Hyena Bomber every day, that would amount to 480 energy total, and it will leave us at 495 energy left for gear farming, other hard nodes, refreshes, whatever we need. If we do 5 energy refreshes, we can do just 3 and have our more crystals to spare. In terms of relics, this is what we need for our remaining CE requirements. Here is the gear that we'll be using to get the pieces. Here's the node we'll be farming them from, and how much of the piece is remaining. And here we can see how much salvage we will need to farm from these nodes to get the amount remaining for C. We have taken the nodes from Darth Loquitur's 5 efficient steps to Gear 13 and Relic Your Favorite characters. Links in the description. In terms of signal data farm estimation, we have from this infographic here. It's a little bit old, but it will do for now because we don't need any relic 8 or relic 9s. So if we don't refresh anything, it will take us about 250 days to get all the relic levels on our characters. If we refresh 3 times a day, which is in our budget, it will just take 83 days. Considering we already have the relic designing data for Vader 7 and a third for Palpatine, 3 refreshes a day will put us in about 75, 70, and maybe a little bit less days to get all the signal data we'll need. So we'll probably be doing a few refreshes, not that much, but we have to consider we still need to finish Marauder, finish Geospy, and Giant Anakin for our requirements and for our fleet. In terms of plans for next week, we will actively farm with our remaining energy the gear for Palpatine to gear 13. We want him at least at Relic 5 pretty soon. We'll also keep trying to get Dooku from the Bronziums. On Cantina Energy, we will be finishing Geospy and we will be passively farming his gear because we will get him from the challenges. Then we will want to get Sunfuck up. We want Sunfuck and Geospy at gear 11 as soon as possible. And once we finish the Cantina farm on Geospy, we will finish our Sith Marauder. And we will want to take Tarkin off our main arena team to put Marauder in. So our relic priority will be Vader, Palpatine, Marauder, Dooku, and then Thrawn. I'm not sure about our next Zeta. I think it will be to No Escape, Vader's other unique. It will be coming soon. I mean, it's a really good Zeta. Although some people recommend not taking it like right now, I really want this team to be the main team until I get Sith Eternal, so I will max it out as best as I can. Other alternatives will be this one, but I haven't had any experience with it, as I don't have it in my main. Thrawn's not gonna be a Zeta candidate, but Dooku might be for our 4th Zeta. He's really good in the Emperor Palpatine squad because he's a stunner. I mean, he really gets a lot of crowd control off. And once he's at relic levels with his Zeta, he basically cannot be attacked because he will be just a pain in the ass for our opponents. So I think he will be getting the 4th Zeta depending on the relic levels. In conclusion, even though my Hoard account was kind of small, that's because once you start getting the currency going and start getting 7-star characters and the raid characters, Han, Traya, General Kenobi, you can start getting like top tier rewards from raids, and that gets you really, really good gear. So you could be relicking your 5 first characters right off the bat. I could just get Vader up and 2 relics. I mean, I think a Hoard account removes the need of spending that much. Besides maybe a Houndstooth pack and Hyperdrive bundle to stay relevant in the first weeks of an arena shop. I mean, I just bought the Hyperdrive bundle and the Busk pack, and I've gotten pretty solid ranks. And even though we have many stronger opponents than us in both arenas, we have been able to maintain a high crystal income on a daily basis that will help our progress in a really big way, and will let us get our first galactic legend and our first good fleet in about 3 to 4 months while maintaining these crystals. So once we get Sith Eternal Emperor and Malevolence, our rank 1 is basically ensured for a long time, and then we can choose whatever we want, what will be our next path. But for now, I think hoarding really helped me to get a solid start besides just the Hyperdrive bundle pack. Our shard has a lot of Hyperdrive bundle players that cannot get cannot even get into the top 50, top 100, and as I've heard, even top 200, but I cannot ensure that. So the top rankings on this chart and probably all charts are Hoard plus Hyperdrive bundle players and big spenders. So I really recommend hoarding if you have the patience to do it. So thank you very much for staying on our first account to date. And I have to say, if there's enough interest in it, I could make a quick guide on how to start hoarding, what does hoarding means, and how long will it take to get noticeable results.